So the Bleach Rebirth of Souls trailer dropped, and this trailer gave us the Soul Society. Now, I thought we were going to get the Substitute Soul Reaper arc in the Soul Society, but it focused on the Soul Society alone. So some of the iconic moments, such as Ichigo and the team invaded into the Serite via the sky, so that means that Ichigo and them end up going to Shukaku, Shiba, and Ganju and going in there. In particular, when they split up, they were split into 3 different parties: Ichigo, Ganju, Orihime, Uryu, and Chad by himself, and I believe, could have sworn it was 4 with Yoruichi by herself. But we see that like scene with Kenpachi, but on Kenpachi, if you guys notice, we don't see his lieutenant on his shoulder. So either this was done on purpose, or it's a indication that she's not going to be in this game. We get some of the scenes, such as the captains meeting up. We see Gin, we see all the other things, of course, like Soifun. But in the trailer, we're getting kind of like Rukia getting ready to pretty much die, like accepting it. In a way, she's kind of like a death row inmate where she's just like slowly processing it. They didn't even give her a last meal. But anyways, so from here, we're getting like different words and everything like that are being echoed on the screen as we get a series of different things playing out. We get some gameplay with Ichigo fighting against Kenpachi, and then from here we see Gin closing the gate on Ichigo and the party. We see Renji pulling up to try to save Rukia. He pulls up and he fights against the boy Byakuya. And then from here, we see the Mayuri and Uryu fight. One thing that bothered me about this is that it wasn't at nighttime, and it was instead in the middle of the day. So it was a little bit disappointing. But we see Uryu gameplay a little bit fighting against this man, as well as going into his Let's Steal form. One thing that I've noticed about the gameplay is it does look a bit more crisp, as in it's been improved since last time. And we also see Jidambo, as I said earlier. This is a character that, while I'm pretty sure he's not playable, he is a fight in this game. We get like scenes such as Nemu on the ground as she's fighting against... And here's the weird thing. We see the scene and it looks as nighttime where she's on the ground when she helps Uryu, because that's where that scene is from if I remember correctly. So it's like, and then we see it's nighttime and we see Toshido fighting against Gin, that skirmish. And I mean, for the most part, it's a series of battles and stuff. Ichigo briefly on the ground. So here's the thing that you guys might have missed, right? Again, there's like small little things. So Ichigo's on the ground when he's fighting against Kenpachi, and then from here he's dragged into his in-world. If you look closely, you see the building sideways, which indicates that he's in his inner world, so perhaps he fights against his inner hollow right there. Then we see Renji again fighting against Byakuya, and then you see the echoes of why they want to save Rukia, and you see them parallel to one another. We see the Sokyoku Hill where Rukia is about to be killed, and Ichigo stops it. You hear Soifun talking her shit.
Who in the world is he?
And we see the Soifun versus Yoruichi fight. And from here, we get a series of gameplay with the two, and then again, the end of their fight. We see Mayuri here. He has a hole, but the thing you gotta catch here is that we don't see the bloody mess that even the anime showcased. It's like a black hole, so they had to censor it. So there's some censoring in here. They can show underboob, but they can't show too much blood. Then we got Uryu. We see scenes with him as he fights Mayuri. Then we see quickly Toshido and Rangiku in Central 46. They look surprised, so it's obvious that they discovered the dead bodies in there. Then we see Izuru fighting briefly. And then from here, we see gameplay here and there. Then we see Yamamoto. We don't see who he's fighting, but based off of what he says here,
So, are you ready?
you know who he's fighting. And then from here, we see Ichigo fighting against Byakuya. But here's the thing. The flash attacks look different. Either they improved this or this is a special cutscene, but this looks like gameplay. And then we see a quick snippet of Zangetsu. Then we see Ichigo ripping the hollow mask off. We see Ichigo and the friends chilling in the background. We see Renji looking on board, and we see the two powers clashing, Byakuya and Ichigo. And then from there, you got Orihime quoting the shit like, why Ichigo doing all this? Because Rukia changed his life.
That's because what Rukia did changed him. It
changed Ichigo's whole world.
But then that's not all, guys, because then we hear Aizen as Aizen is grabbing the Hokyoku.
Ends now.
We get the release date for the game, March 21st, 2025, which is fantastic because I did not want this game to come out any sooner than March. And with it being March 21st, that gives us still an ample amount of time to dissect this game, and hopefully the devs do what they need to do. So then from here, we actually get the reveal that the next upcoming trailers for Rebirth of Souls is going to be on Aizen and Yamamoto. So we have a much more clear depiction of Aizen here versus Yamamoto. Now, I said that this upcoming week it would be funny if the next trailer was Aizen and it wasn't Shunsui, and well, if they do it like they did with Ukiura, then Monday we're going to get 2 trailers. But if they do it where it's split off one day and the other, that's gonna suck. So I'm gonna say I think they might do it like Ukiura and Ichigo, where we get the 2 this upcoming Monday. We see the box art for the game. The final box art has on the right side the Arrancar, and on the left side it has the Soul Reapers and Ichigo's friends. Pre-order bonus. Pre-order bonus for the game, you will get 1,000 Year Blood War costume set. We get a deluxe edition of the game announced. Again, this deluxe version comes with the base game. It has a season pass, which includes 4 characters. I said if we were going to get a season pass, it would be similar to other fighting games where we would possibly get 4 characters, 1 for each season. But then what got people a little confused is these soul crystals. And from here, we also get the Ultimate Edition. And in the Ultimate Edition, we get an additional 1,000 Year Blood War costume set. We see Byakuya and we see Rangiku in their 1,000 Year Blood War outfits. It seems we get maybe more soul crystals, and then we also get Rebirth of Souls 5 costume sets. And if you look very closely, it looks like you see Renji in his other getup, as well as Kisuke in his Soul Reaper getup. That ends off the trailer. So one thing that is definitely going to be a part of the conversation is how much can we expect 1,000 Year Blood War to be involved with the game besides costumes. Some people might be a little bit disappointed that there's no collector's edition, but let's be frank, whenever you get the collector's edition, you get hoed because it takes 20 years just to get delivered. I'm Makai saying, what yo, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.